Welcome to ACCA Advanced Performance Management first live session for December 2021. And this is your instructor, Rizwan Maniya. Teaching APM is a love for me, to be honest. And APM is one paper that I personally believe is a tough paper that gives me challenge, and I accept that challenge, and I try my best to make this paper easier and easier for you. So my struggle for APM continues, and I'm teaching this paper since so many years, and every time I come up with something new, something different, some challenging questions, because I want to make these challenging stuff easy for my students. So guys, welcome to Virtual Institute for Higher Education. I really thank you, all of you, for placing so much trust on Wiffy for your ACCA papers at Wiffy. It's our mission to provide you best quality education, and for this we are working day and night. Our team is working day and night to give you best support. Guys, thank you very much. Let's begin with APM December 2021 session. About myself, many of you know me, but still, those who don't, I have a vast teaching experience, teaching more than 14 years, and my area of expertise includes performance management, that is F5, financial management, that is F9, and advanced performance management is a love for me, that is P5. I've taught more than 6,000 students, both locally, internationally, and online, and I teach this paper completely online, whereas I do teach the other papers physically as well, along with online. I would say I'm really grateful, fortunate that ACCA gave me so many webinars, and up till now I've conducted 13 ACCA webinars, which includes 7 webinars for performance management and advanced performance management, APM 6 webinars. Since 2016, from where ACCA started its webinars, I am fortunate to be part of their team. So thank you, ACCA. And this platform is the one that really gives me a very good excitement, just because I meet you people, and from here I help you people the maximum I can. It's always my wish to support you till the end. I want to support you till the last day of the examination, and I do try my best. My friends, this paper is a paper that everybody should opt for, because this paper develops your skills, and the skills which are required by whom? Required by a consultant, okay? This paper develops your mindset required by a consultant. So my experience about APM is that this paper is a one which provides you high-end information. It provides you information about the business and about its strategy. It's my personal experience that those who understand the questions well. Now, this is a common problem, to be honest, but if you take my APM batch, if you are with me, so together I will build up your skills to make sure that you understand the questions well. I will work in such a way that you will be able to understand what exactly the question means. I have my own techniques, I have my own way, and through that technique, I will make it so easy for you people that you will easily be able to understand the question requirements. So if you are good in understanding question requirements, because that is the most important thing for you people, then this paper is for you people. Secondly, construction of the sentences. That is second very important thing, my friends. Yes, it's a theoretical paper. I will give you further idea later on we move on. But right now, you need to keep this in your mind that this paper requires you to write the answers. So don't worry. If you are poor into this, Rizwan Maniya is with you people. I will help you. I will exactly give you the idea how to draft the answers. Drafting is my responsibility. I'll teach you how to draft the answers, how to understand the question requirements, how to pick the points from the scenario, because this paper is a practical paper. You cannot write anything general. You cannot write anything knowledge based. It requires serious application. So I am here to give you the best idea that how to handle this paper of advanced performance management. Now, the first thing I want to tell you people is that you all are consultant. You all are consultant. Come on, who you are. Those who are new to my session, I don't know whether you are enrolled or not, because there are two groups right now attending my session. There are those who have already taken the registration and enrollment in my batch and are part of my batch, and second are the ones who will still enroll. But whatever the case is, remember my friends, you all are consultants. Who you are? You all are consultants. From today, you have to think like a consultant. You have to listen like a consultant. You have to write like a consultant. You have to read like a consultant. So I always tell my friends, I always tell all of you that you are a business consultant. It's not a tax consultant. It's not a financial reporting consultant. You are a consultant who actually knows how to run the business. You exactly know how to improve the business performance. To be honest, you are doctor for a business. Now, do you trust doctors? I'm sure you do trust doctors. Whenever you are sick, you go to the doctor. And you rely blindly on the doctor. Yes, yes. Doctor tells you this is the problem with you, and then you openly tell your problems to the doctor. You openly discuss your problems with the doctor, and then after hearing all your problems, the doctor advises you, give you the medicines, tell you the routine to follow. So do you ignore that? I don't think so. You do follow the doctor's instruction. You do follow what doctor actually says you, because you blindly trust the doctors. Why? Because you think doctors to be the expert person. The one who believes in the doctor fulfills what doctor says. So right now, all of you who are listening me right now from different part of the world, you are business consultant, and the examination and the paper that you will appear in December attempt will include 3 different clients. Yes, what I'm saying? 3 different clients. The first question of 50 mark will be your first client, a major client. The second question of 25 mark in section B will be your second client. The third question of 25 marks will be your third client. So 50 mark, 25 mark, 25 mark. So you need to deal with 3 clients in your examination. And the clients believe you to be a consultant. They blindly trust you. They know you are expert whatever the business sector is. This means whether it's a construction business, whether it's an airline business, whether it's a ship business, whether it's a education business, whether it's a restaurant business, whether it's an agriculture sector, you are a consultant. Wow! This means your knowledge will not be restricted to certain industry. So that is what is important, my friends. So those 3 clients will come to you, will walk to you, will come to you and will ask for your advice, which you will give by exercising professional judgment, which you will which you will apply using strategic management accounting techniques in different business contexts. I already just mentioned here, because there are different industries, and then you will definitely contribute to the evaluation of performance of an organization. The point here is you are the person who is required to improve the business performance. You are the person who will improve the business performance. So your suggestions, your recommendations will matter a lot. So yes, who are you? You are a business consultant. Now, let me tell you why this paper is so important. Because there are students who will be appearing for this paper for the first time. So just tell me right now, the motivation you have for the first time is the best motivation to pass. Don't waste that. Give your best shot. Try best. Follow the plans that I'll share with you people. I will actually tell you how to pass in 2.5 months. But you have to follow my instructions. Those who are going for the reset, for them it's not the first attempt. Man, you need to learn from your mistakes. Don't take things for granted that I know this certain topic, I know this topic, oh, this is the same thing. No. You never know where you are doing a small mistake that is not allowing you to pass. So for you, everything is very critical. My friends, you all have to keep this in your mind that you have to think like a consultant, read like a consultant, listen like a consultant, write like a consultant, and see like a consultant. You have the entire business knowledge. Now, let me tell you the importance of this paper before I move further ahead into this. Personally, and you will like this, personally what I believe is that if I just compare different options of P4, P5, P6, P7, and the compulsory one SBR. Now from SBR you become a complete financial accountant. Advanced financial management makes you a good finance manager, maybe a CFO position. ATX makes you a good tax consultant. AAA prepares your mindset for an audit partner, or an auditor's perspective is there. Tell me one thing. Person doing SBR will become an accountant, will work in organization, will make sure the financial statements are correct. Person doing AFM will actually work in an organization at the position of Chief Financial Controller. Tax consultant will be a tax consultant, will provide consultancy about tax to different businesses. Person doing AAA will actually be the one who will actually look at the audit matters of an organization. This means all these will actually work as an employee in an organization. Now, who is a business consultant? It could be a consultant or a business owner. This paper develops your skills of a business owner. This paper actually tells you how to run an organization successfully. So, remember, it's the business owner who has that mindset how to run the business will actually employ the financial accountant, will keep CFO, AFM on the job, will take the benefit of tax consultant, will take the benefit of an auditor, which means the person who is the owner of the business is APM. This paper will actually make your mindset think like a business owner. And that will matter. To be honest, that will matter. So you are the person who will actually be the employer for these papers like SBR, AFM, ATX and AAA. Yes, that's the importance, because this paper focuses on making business successful. Now let's discuss how. I will give you a very simple example. This paper develops your skills, not just financially, but non-financially as well. Remember, a business success is totally dependent on non-financial factors. If your customers are happy with you, if your suppliers are happy with you, if your business systems are strong, if you're preparing yourself better for the future, all these things will actually count and will make your business successful. Will make your business successful. So you have to think not just financially but non-financially, and this is the paper that develops your skills non-financially. You just think of any paper that will emphasize on non-financial. I don't think there is any paper as APM that develops your skills non-financially, and for a successful businessman, non-financial factors are important. So this paper develops your skills to think financially and non-financially. Now let's move further to see the bases are coming from which paper and what is the difference when I say between SBL and APM. So you need to keep in your mind that 60 to 65% is your performance management basis coming here. I know you have given performance management way back to maybe 2 years, maybe 1.5 years. So don't worry. With me at Wiffy, we will ensure that we start from the base of F5, because I teach F5. I'm teaching since more than 14 years this paper. I know from where I have to pick you to make sure that you are at the APM level. So don't feel that you don't remember anything. Even if your F5 has been exempted previously, so my lectures are starting from such a basic level that you will easily understand what exactly I want to explain you. So it's 60% performance management for sure. Then 25 to 30% is basically connected or topics similar to SBL. Now again, I need to tell you here, and you yourself will agree with me on this point, that obviously ACCA knows that how can ACCA ask you a topic that is common for both the papers. That is not possible. But the scope of asking that will be different. Now first of all, tell me, how many of you right now here are the one who have already studied SBL? How many of you are coming from SBL? Yes, please. Who have already studied SBL? How many of you have already studied SBL? Just tell me those who have already studied this paper SBL. Okay, so those who have already studied this paper SBL, they will actually understand the difference. But right now, those who haven't done SBL, so can you give this paper? This is a big question mark. Yes, you can. Yes, you can appear for APM without giving SBL. That is not a problem. The topics are similar, but the way they are tested is totally different. The topics are similar. What I'll do here, those who haven't done SBL, you don't have to worry at all. The way I teach, I will first explain you the model. Like the model is Porter's 5 forces. Now this is the model which is part of SBL as well and APM as well. So those who haven't done SBL, I'll explain you the model first. After explaining the model, then I will actually tell you how this will be tested in APM. That is what is important. The way it is tested is very much important to understand. So the entire focus of APM topics is about two important things. One is performance management. Okay? And second is performance measurement. So basically, your paper is totally focusing on these two terms, performance management and performance measurement. Everything is connected to this. Even you will understand the terms later on, you just move towards the portal, but I just want to give you the idea that performance management is what? It's a term which covers the entire organization system of running. How you run a business, you need to develop the system there, so that there are clear strategies. Everybody should know the objectives. Everybody should follow the critical success factors. Everybody should know the KPIs, which means this term is a one that focuses on the entire management of the organizations, whether it's a department or an employee or a process. Entire business organization running comes under the word performance management. How to run a business, how to improve the business performance. Definitely, this includes setting up the right systems which needs to be followed. Now, let me give you an example. You have a family. There are 7 to 8 people living in one home. There is a home, 7 to 8 people living in a home. Now, obviously, there is some system there. Obviously. The time to come, the time to leave, the time for breakfast, the time for dinner, right? There are certain rules, regulations. There is a culture in your business, at your home, the culture that everybody follows. There will be some shared values you have. So every family member is more or less behaving in a similar way and fulfilling the systems of the entire house. You as a consultant, now first of all, will either be part of developing that system, the best system, that when people should come home, when they should eat, what they should eat, when they should go for a walk, how to maintain your diet, how to remain fit, the best system to ensure everybody remains healthy. So either you will be part of making this system, or you will be part of checking the system whether things are going right or wrong. I'm just giving you a very simple example. So, as I mentioned, you will be either making the system or checking the system whether things are going right or wrong. Now, this was an example of 7 to 8 people living in a home. Now, if I just replicate this example for an organization where there are thousands of employees, machines, processes, departments, this paper will basically develop your skills to think what a good system for the organization should be. You will either be involved in improving the system, developing the system, checking the system, recommending what is good or bad. Just like you will do for those 7 to 8 people living in a home. That is performance management. Setting up the policies, procedures, method to work comes under performance management. I hope you are understanding my example. I am relating with a general example of 7 to 8 people living in a home compared to an organization. Then comes under this very important term, under the umbrella of performance management comes the term measurement. This is part of performance management. But why do we write this separately? Why there is a separate focus on this word? Because what all you developed here, what all system policies that you have mentioned here, now you need to check those. Obviously, if you have made a policy and if you don't check that, if you have made a system and if you don't check that, if you have made rules and regulations and if you don't check that, useless. You want to study 8 hours a day, you made the plan. When, at what time will you take the class? At what time you will do your own practice? You made a very superb plan. But when it came to ensuring whether you have done that or not, you are not checking your performance. You are not checking at the day end whether you have achieved that thing or not. So checking means performance measurement, to check what all we have decided, are we fulfilling these things or not. My friends, checking is very important. You make the targets, you set the objectives, and you don't have anything to check against which you can see, okay, we are going in the right direction or not, then it's useless. Hope this is clear to all of you. So the two terms, setting up the system to improve the business performance and then checking whether things are in line with the targets or not, is performance measurement and management. Each and every topic will basically be circulating across these two things. These are the two important terms to understand. Okay, so I hope this is clear to all of you what performance management is, what measurement is, and based on these you will be covering so many topics, and your exam question actually mention these two terms a lot. Okay, so yes, 60% coming from F5, 25 to 30% coming from SBL. The topics are similar, but the way they are tested is totally different. So if you haven't done SBL, not to worry. Rizwan Maniya is with you. I will not only explain you how this will be tested in APM, but will also give you the idea about the model as well. So that's the difference between these two. I hope this is clear to all of you. The difference is clear to all of you. Now, you can see here the verbs: evaluate, justify, assess, suggest, describe, discuss, application, analyze, explain, briefly describe. Starting from the lower ones were the verbs that were tested in your previous basic papers. Now from down to top, if I move on, the terms that you can see here, the high level verbs like suggest, assess, justify, evaluate are the ones that are tested in APM. So many verbs you have seen in your ACCA exams. But I want to give you a clear idea that these first four are the most important for APM. These are low-level verbs. These are high-level verbs. Now, let me explain you each. Very important discussion is this is okay. Suggestion is the first I want to start with. Now, have you ever asked anyone, suggest me which job should I do? Suggest me which sector should I work in? Suggest me which ACCA paper should I opt for? Right? So you ask for so many suggestions. And you ask these suggestions from relevant people or irrelevant people. Now, it's a very simple, basic question I've done. You want to do ACCA, you want to select the paper, will you ask suggestion from an ACCA person or the doctor? ACCA person. You want to discuss about your disease, will you discuss the disease with me or the doctor? Obviously doctor. Which means you will go to the relevant person to get the suggestion. Why? Because you believe, you know that only that relevant person can give you the suggestion only. That relevant person will be the best one to help you in this crucial situation and will suggest you according to your own situation. That is expected in the paper. The client is coming to you, requires your suggestion. How will you suggest the client? What to do, what not to do? By reading the examination scenario. By reading the examination scenario. Yes. If you start suggesting openly, in general, no use, no marks. Now, if I say, why no marks? My suggestions are good. So, just try to understand that if you go to a doctor and doctor start giving you suggestion about ACCA, the general suggestions, will you like those suggestions? No. What you will say? You will say irrelevant suggestions given by the doctor. First of all, he is not of that field. Secondly, he doesn't understand my scenario. So for you, that will be worthless. So if those suggestions that are given to you by not understanding your situation are considered worthless for you, so how do you expect examiner will give you marks for the suggestions that you are giving to the examiner without linking with the case study? Yes, that's the importance of reading the scenario, my friends. Your reading habits should be so good that you understand what is written here. For that, you need to practice after 30 days, after 40 days. No, today. Start reading the questions. Start reading the scenarios. Just randomly download the past papers. Just read the scenarios. Just understand what is written in general. What type of business nature is there? What type of industry they are talking about? That reading habit will save massive time in your examination. Note down my $1 million techniques. Read examination scenarios. Just scenarios only. I'm not saying to solve right now. Read scenarios just to understand what exactly things mean. suggestion according to examination situation. Now, justify. The second most tested is justify. Justify. Okay. You want a car. You want a car. One example, you want a car. Maybe let's assume that your parents are not allowing you. Now, how will you convince them? What will you do to convince them? You will justify. You will give them justification. Why do you need a car? You will justify them why you need a car. Because I go to office, I am late there, because I don't find the public transport, because I have to travel whole day outside. I need my own personal car so that I can work well, reach office on time, travel easily with my own convenience. Justification. Will you? Let me give you one more example. You want to marry a person of your own choice. Yes, you want to marry a person of your own choice. Your family is not ready. They don't want you to marry that person. What do you do? What do you do? You will justify them. No, he or she is the perfect person for me. Do you fight for them? Yes, you do. And your fight includes so many justifications. He or she is good because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that, because of this, because of that. Our mindset is similar. We think alike. We like the same food. Our income levels match. Whatever. You justify. Now, do you think that justification will be a general justification? Never possible. According to your own scenario, you justify. That is what you have to do in APM exam. Read the examination scenario and justify according to that. Justify according to that. That is justification. That is justification, my friends. So this is what you have to keep in your mind. Then comes the most tested verb. Evaluate. What is evaluation? Looking at the positives, looking at the negatives. I repeat, looking at the positives, looking at the negatives. You are like a judge when it comes to evaluation. You know what work does a judge performs? You know what work does a judge performs? Yes. Lawyer 1, lawyer 2. One is for the case, one is against the case. Come on, can you tell me? Lawyer 1 comes up. He is for the case. Tells you everything positive. He is the person. Tells you everything negative. Now it's up to the judge to decide. By hearing the positives, positive evidences, negative evidences, judge gives the judgment, which is what you have to do, evaluation. How will we do this? Rizwan Maniya will explain you. You will read the scenario. You will find the positive points about a certain thing. You will find negative things about a certain thing. So finding positives, negatives, looking at both together, you will pass your judgment. For that, do you need to read the scenario? I think you cannot do this work without reading scenario. This is the work you have to do. Judgment. I think the way I've explained you these verbs will make it so easy for you to think. Evaluation, positives, negative, more or less the same work we do in assessment as well. Justification, justify why you need to marry that person. Justify why this is good for your client in the examination scenario. Suggestions according to your client needs. These are not tested much. They don't have much weightage as well. These are the ones that you will see most, and out of these four, most frequent is evaluate. Judgment. The judge, I would say. So my friends, this is the main thing about APM. That is why I love this paper, because it's scenario based, because it requires you to read scenario thoroughly from today. Just download all the past papers, just randomly before sleeping, open a past paper, read the scenario, just ask yourself what I've understood. Okay, their business is of airline. Understand the nature of the business. They are an airline business. They are a restaurant business. They are a consultant business. They are an education business. Yes. This is what you have to do. Right? So I hope the clarity that I've given you here will definitely help you a lot. Moving forward to the paper structure. Your examination comprises of two sections, Section A and Section B. Section A is of 50 mark, compulsory, you cannot skip. But Section B is also compulsory. Having 2 marks of 25 weightage each, having 2 questions of 25 weightage each. Section A, 50 mark question. It's a report based question. Report. You have to write a report. Now, report writing is important to understand. There are 4 marks awarded for this report. I will tell you how to draft a report. I will explain you what the format should be on using the CBEs, because your paper now has converted into a CBE based one. It's a computer based examination now. You need to be really, really, really good in typing, man. So, the second task that you must do from today, if you are not good in typing, start typing. What to type? Anything that you love to type. I'm not saying to type questions. I want you to type something you love to read. Maybe an article, maybe a newspaper article, maybe some funny jokes, maybe some script of a movie, whatever you like to. But what I want is this. What I want is this. Your typing should be so good that you can handle the examination. I have seen many students struggling to complete the paper because of slow typing speed. You do so much of hard work, but you can't type fast. It's useless. You're wasting your time. So my friends, I hope this is clear to all of you. Now coming towards section B, I did mention 225 marks compulsory questions will be in this as well. And this is your paper structure, and we'll prepare in such a way I will cover entire CBE thing. I will cover entire CBE thing that you have to keep in your mind. With me, you will get complete support. I'll guide you how to draft 50 mark answer and 25 mark answer as well. Actually, I will just tell you once I move ahead. The live class is on every Saturday. Okay, the live class is on every Saturday, and it's one live class per week. Other than that, it's all recorded stuff. So we'll give you the planner. You just follow the planner and cover the things at your own convenience. And after that, do attend the live sessions that are important every Saturday 6:30 Pakistan time.
Okay. So for areas in the second level, such as variances and ABC, I find myself struggling with those. Actually, I did not do.
First of all, let me tell you, variances will not be tested in APM. So that's a good news for you. As far as the ABC is concerned, don't worry. Once you will be part of my batch, ABC will be peanuts for you then.
Okay. So at the end of this session, will you give us the information how we can enroll and the cost?
Definitely. Today I will let you know once I'm at the end of the session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I can just see one question from Sprash Jan, the difference between performance management and measurement. Don't worry, if you are part of my enrolled batch or you still haven't registered, so once you will enroll, I have a very separate clarification video about performance management and measurement, and you just watch that video so things will be further, easy for you to understand. Now, coming back towards this session again, our course is divided into 5 areas. The syllabus is divided into 5 areas. The first is strategic planning and control area. The second is impact of risk and uncertainty on organizational performance. Third is performance management, information system and developments in technology. This includes a lot of IT stuff as well. Fourth is strategic performance measurement, and fifth is performance evaluation and corporate failure. So I know that it is not easy for you to understand all these terms right now, but to be honest, once we move on, you will understand what are the subtopics coming in each and every area of the syllabus sections. So that will be so much clear. But just the reason for telling you that it is divided into 5 areas is just to keep in your mind that these are the 5 sections, because we are starting with these 5 sections, and once we will be at the stage of grand revision, my revision basically is also will be in such a way that I will cover each and every section. So once I will come to revision few days before the exam, so first I will enter into this section, then this section, then this section, then this section, and then this section, and like this you will be able to understand everything and you will get a very good clarity. Okay, so I'm not going into this stuff in a detailed way, but yeah, these are the 5 key areas of your syllabus. Now, after this we are moving towards at the second last area, and that is how we teach at Wiffy. Okay, now how we teach at Wiffy is very important to understand. It is very important for all of you to understand that from wherever you are taking the classes, it's your right to understand how they teach, what is their teaching methodology, and how we at Wiffy will ensure that you pass in your paper. So here I need to tell you things in a very detailed way so that you exactly understand how we teach at Wiffy. Now the first thing is the recorded sessions. So why Wiffy is unique? It is just because we are not providing you just the recorded sessions. Whatever recordings we will provide you, and this obviously is something that comprises of 85 to 90% of your syllabus, okay? These recorded sessions are unique in such a way that our lectures are all animated lectures. We believe in animation. We believe that anything which we give you, any understanding that we give you through a visual explanation will be good for you. So we believe in teaching in such a way that you do understand the concept very clearly. And for that we have animated lectures for you. Now what is animation? Now I am giving you an example of a company that is one that deals in education. So we actually will give you examples that you can see in front of your screen that will make things really clear for you. So that is animated learning we believe in. And that is one of the most unique thing as far as Wiffy is concerned. So 85 to 90% of your course is recorded course, but the second thing I need to tell you here is that after giving you the access of the course, we don't leave you alone. We are with you people. We track your performance. Yes, do listen very carefully. It's not a joke. We do track your performance. Our team is constantly watching you. You're watching your progress, and we do always consider whether you're going fast or slow, and every time we will remind you that you have to come back to the normal targets. So these recorded sessions are the one that you can watch at your own convenience, but you have to follow the plan that we will give you. So we do track your performance. Secondly, live classes. Without attending live classes, you cannot pass the paper. These live classes are extremely important because this is something that gives you the opportunity to interact with the tutor. We will meet once a week and you must be in that live sessions. So many times people do ask me that do we get the recording of the live classes? Yes, we do provide you recordings, but what is the sense of giving you recordings? And what is the difference then between a live class and a recorded session? If you need the recording of the live classes will give you the opportunity to have a face-to-face learning, will give you the opportunity to ask questions directly from the tutor. So make sure if you want to pass, live class is extremely important for you. There are 6 live classes. You must attend each and every live class. Third, e-notes. These are downloadable notes for your own flexibility. You just download and you can, study whenever you want to. Then we have a very unique feature of exam-based testing application. You all know whether it's strategic professionals or applied skill, you know that exams are now CBE based. So you need to have a very good testing platform that gives you the familiarity about the examination. We want to make you familiar with the exam testing application. And for that, we have our own designed exam application similar to ACCA environment. So you will be solving your questions on this application. As I mentioned earlier, typing is key to pass. So this application is designed in a similar way. The question will be given to you in ACCA examination. There are 6 assignments that you need to solve using this application. Assignment, what are assignments? You need to test yourself. Until and unless you don't know your mistakes, you cannot pass. So at Wiffy, we have designed 6 assignments that we'll give you. You will submit the assignments, we'll check the assignments, and we'll give you the feedback. Make sure that you do share the assignments and you do look at the feedback, because that feedback will be important for your learning. My friends, for APM, if you want to pass, make sure that you submit all the assignments. Because until and unless you don't know your mistakes, you will not be able to rectify it. Okay, moving towards mock. Until and unless you solve a complete paper in 3 hours, you will not be able to control your time management issue. Hardly I see 30 to 40% submissions of mock. That's really bad. That's really strange. We are offering you a mock service in this current package where we check the mock, we give you the feedback, we conduct a debrief session at the end as well. But people are not interested in solving the mock. And I'm telling you, I'm getting harsh here. If you will not go for mock, it will be very, very difficult for you to pass the paper. So mocks are important. In our planner, we will share the dates of the mocks as well, so that you can plan your studies accordingly and you are well prepared before the mock. Okay? Moving towards the next one is grand revision and the webinars. Please just mute yourself. Okay. Grand revision and the webinar. One of the unique product of Wiffy, where I will conduct a 5-day webinar, including the revision. This will be a game changer webinar for you. We will be discussing latest questions, and it's free for all. Everybody can join this webinar. But again, these last 5 days webinar will be a very good way through which you can revise almost entire APM. Okay. So in my planner, I will disclose the dates of the webinar as well. So you have to complete the portal videos before the webinar so that you can completely focus on the webinar. Okay. Then the next we have is teacher assistance. To improve our quality, to give you prompt service, we have added teacher assistant in each and every paper at Wiffy. These assistants are obviously very much competent, and they will provide you support for all your queries. It's not just WhatsApp queries I'm talking about. They will even explain you the topic if it is not clear to you. So this support will be very useful for you, and the people who are part of the team are also APM position holders. So what you can expect then, because if position holder is assisting you, definitely that will be very much valuable for you people. Right. Now, so this is the teacher assistance that we have added into our each and every paper. This time we are starting with a gamification model as well. Now this is a very unique stuff. We want to convert your studies into a game. Obviously you all play games, right? And normally the games that you play these days are using your cell phones. And you've seen that you do get coins in that. You know, you get the coins and you earn the coins. So now this time we are launching a gamification model, and we want to make studies like a game for you people. So how it works? It's very simple. You will be earning the coins, the points, and the points are attached with these things. For example, if you have seen the recorded session, you will get the points. If you are active in the live classes, you are attending the live classes, you will get points. If you are doing the assignments, you will get points. If you will appear in the mock, you will get points. Which means you have to gather maximum points. Now you'll be thinking, what to do with these points? You will use these points to get further discount in ACCA papers if you take from Wiffy. Maybe 20% discount, 30% discount. This all depends on how many points you have gathered. So we want to make it a fun-loving thing for you. We want your ACCA papers to be like a game. So I hope you all are ready for this game, and with this you will also be ACCA affiliates. So what else you expect, right? So these are the unique features we offer at Wiffy. We will not leave you alone. We will be with you till the last day of your paper. And this is my guarantee. Whether you take any paper from Wiffy, the support that we'll give you will be a very consistent one, and we all work together to make sure that you all pass in your respective papers. My friends, the very next important thing is the planner. Now, first of all, those who are not enrolled into the batch yet, I am sharing a number. It's 923323378435. For the enrollment, you need to contact this number. You need to WhatsApp at this number. There's a coordinator. And if you want to enroll for the batch, just contact with the coordinator using this number, get the details, make the payment, and get into our game changer session. Okay? This is for the enrollment area. Secondly, once you will be part of the batch, or all those who are currently in my batch, we will be attaching a planner on your respective portal. That planner will give you entire idea how to complete APM in 2 months. Okay? With dates, the topics are given there, and each and every date is important for you to, so that is a target for you. Okay? Along with that, we have also shared the live classes planner, the days and the time for the live classes, so that you are well prepared before the live class. You must know the topics you have to cover before respective live classes. That planner also includes the dates for the revision webinar, for the mock, for the debrief. The entire plan is given to you, so we are not leaving you alone. You have to make sure that you follow the entire plan. So once you will make the enrollment, you will get the plan, and after that, you will start your studies. I hope today's session was informative for you. This session will give you a clear idea about what this paper APM is all about, and how at Wiffy we will teach you how Wiffy ensures you pass in December 2021 attempt. Thank you very much for trusting me, Wiffy. Once again, you can WhatsApp at this number for the payment details. Those who are already part of the batch, just remain active in your respective class WhatsApp group, and they will be sharing you the planner. Thank you very much, guys, for attending the session. Before I end the session, a quick feedback you can write in the chat box. How was the session? Quickly, please. Yes, guys, how was the session? Useful, informative, especially in terms of APM perspective. Great. Thank you very much for your quick feedback. Thank you very much. Best of luck. We'll see you in the first live class. Take care. Bye.